So here we will solve problem on knife heads follower. A cam is will take the example problem. A cam is to be designed for a knife heads follower with the following data. So cam lift is given as 40 mm. So you write down capital S is equal to 40 mm, that is equal to 0.04 meter, and during 90 degree of cam rotation. So this lift is for the 90 degree of cam rotation. So there is a lift, so then it is called as angle of ascent. Theta naught you write down for angle of ascent, that is equal to 90 degree, or you can say it is equal to pi by 2 radian. So which is value is 1.571 radians. Okay, dwell for the next 30 degree. For next 30 degree rotations of the cam, there will not be any follower movement. So during that period it will be idle, so it is called dwell. So for next 30 degree there will be dwell motion. Okay, next, during next 60 degree of cam rotation, the follower returns to its original position. Okay, so here we have to see which is the type of motion. Okay, during the ascent it is simple harmonic motion, and during the return it is also simple harmonic motion. This motion can vary for rise and return. Okay, for return it is 60 degree. During 60 degree of cam rotation, the follower returns to its original position. So this angle is called angle of return or angle of descent. So theta r is equal to 60 degree. So that is equal to pi by 3 radian, that is 1.047 radian. So this is the angle of descent. Next, dwell during remaining 180 degree. So all these angles, if you add it, it will be total 360 degree of the cam. Okay, so they will give angle of ascent and angle of descent, and what is the type of motion, whether it is simple harmonic, linear, or uniform acceleration retardation motion, that they will specify in the problem. Depending on that, you have to note down and write the displacement diagram. Okay, so what they are asking in the problem is, draw the profile of the cam, okay, when the line of the stroke of the follower passes through the axis of the camshaft. Okay, so when the line of the stroke of the follower passes through the axis of the camshaft, it is called as inline cam. And if there is an offset, okay, if the line of stroke is offset by 20 mm from the axis of the camshaft, then it is called as offset cam. So there are two parts in this problem. Okay, one we have to write the profile for inline cam, and the other one we have to write the profile for offset cam. Okay, so the radius of the base circle of the cam is 40 mm. So it is the base circle diameter they have given, so it is 40 mm. Determine the maximum velocity, okay, and acceleration during ascent and descent. Okay, maximum velocity during ascent we have to calculate, maximum acceleration during ascent we have to calculate, and similarly for the descent also we have to calculate what is velocity and acceleration. If the cam rotates at 240 rpm, so it is nothing but the speed of the cam. So speed they have given as 240 rpm, you make a note. Next step is writing the displacement diagram. So in order to write the displacement diagram, so first what we have to do is we have to scale down. Why? Because see here the angle total 360 degree should be taken on the x-axis, and similarly the lift should be taken on the y-axis. So how much is the lift? They have given S is equal to 40 mm. So you take lift as in the y-axis, and in the x-axis you have to take totally 360 degree. 360 degree we scale it down to 12 centimeter. So 360 degree is equal to 12 centimeter. In the problem they have given the angle of ascent theta naught is equal to 90 degree. So if 360 degree is 12 centimeter, what about 90 degree? It will be 3 centimeter. How is that? So 12 into 90 divided by 360. So this will give you 3 centimeter. So theta naught is equal to 3 centimeter. Similarly, remaining dwell 1. Okay, dwell 1 is equal to 30 degree. So how to convert? 30 into 12 divided by 360. So it will give you 1 centimeter. So first dwell is 1 centimeter. Next, theta r is the angle of descent. So angle of descent is given as 60 degree. So how to convert 60 into 360, 12 divided by 360. So this will give you 2 centimeter. Similarly, dwell 2 is equal to, so how many degree? Remaining 180 degree. So it will be 6 centimeter. So in order to write the displacement diagram, so we have to mark from left side. So here from this point you start and measure 30 mm or 3 centimeter. This is the yellow color portion, which is the for the angle of ascent, and similarly blue color line is for the dwell, first dwell, that is 1 centimeter. Green color portion is the angle of return, and remaining blue color portion is the dwell 2. So here so we mark from the left side and we will keep marking, so that totally it will become 120 degree, 120 mm. Okay, so this is on the horizontal axis. We will take 360 degree, and the lift we will take in the vertical axis. Next we will divide the angle of ascent into 6 division and angle of descent, that is green color, into 6 equal divisions. So here whatever divisions we have made, you name it as, for the angle of ascent 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and similarly for the angle of descent you mark the points as 6 dash, 5 dash, 4 dash, 3 dash, 2 dash, 1 dash and 0 dash. So you name it in the reverse order. And here, in order to write for the simple harmonic motion, so we have to draw a semicircle at one particular end, either on the left side or on the right side. You draw a semicircle with the midpoint and make equal divisions, 6 equal divisions. So how much ever divisions we have made here, same divisions we have to divide the semicircle. So 180 divided by 6, so we have to take 30 degree here and mark 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now what we will do is, from 0 to 0 wherever the point meets, so that is one particular point, from 1 to 1 wherever it meets, so we will get one more point. Like this we will draw projection lines to the respective points, say from 1 to 1 dash, okay, 2 to 2 dash, 3 to 3 dash. So like this we will draw the horizontal lines. So we mark all the points as A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Similarly H, I, J, K, L, M, N. Okay, so this curve gives the displacement curve distances from the respective points, and the diagram is called as displacement diagram. Next we will draw the cam profile for inline cam. So that means the center of rotation of the cam is coincident with the axis of the follower. So here we will draw base circle. So base circle radius they have given it as 40 mm. So we enter base circle first. We will draw the base circle. Next we will divide the base circle according to the angle given in the problem. So if the cam is rotating in the clockwise direction, we have to measure the angle in the anti-clockwise direction, and similarly if the cam is rotating clockwise direction, we have to measure the angle in the anti-clockwise direction. So here this is the position of the knife edge. From here we will measure the angle of ascent. That means we assume that the cam is rotating in the clockwise direction, so we will measure angle in the anti-clockwise. So that means like this. So we will measure 90 degree and we will draw one line, so that from here to here, this point, so it is the angle of ascent, and similarly 30 degree is the angle of dwell, and remaining 60 degree is the angle of descent. So these angles we will measure, 90 degree, 30 degree and 60 degree, and for remaining 180 degree it will be a dwell 2, that means it will be idle again. So here the angle of dwell, what we will do is we will divide into 6 equal divisions, and similarly the angle of return we will divide into 6 equal divisions. So after dividing angle of ascent, that is 90 degree into 6 equal divisions, you name it as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and similarly the angle of descent we have divided into 6 equal divisions, and you name it as 6 dash, 5 dash, 4 dash, 3 dash, 2 dash, similarly 1 dash and 0 dash. Now what we will do is we will measure the lift from the displacement diagram. So from here 0 to A, whatever is the distance, so it is 0. So 1 to B, whatever is the distance you measure, and we will mark it on from here, from the base circle. So that is 40 centimeter radius circle. From there 40 mm circle, we will take it as the lift along this radial lines. So for the angle of ascent, you measure the distance from 1 to B, and you mark it here. So 1 to this particular distance, so you call it as 1 to B, and similarly you measure from here 2 to C. What is the measurement? So you get it as 10 centimeter. So you take 10 centimeter on this particular radial line, and you mark that point as C. Okay, so next you measure 3 to D, so you'll get it as 20 centimeter. On this 3 line you measure 20 centimeter and you mark that point as D. So like this we have to complete the profile for angle of ascent. So similarly for the angle of descent, you measure the displacement values. So that is a distance from 6 dash to H. Okay, so that is 40 mm. Okay, and 5 dash to I, that will be 37.32, 4 dash to J, and 3 dash to K. Like this you measure all this displacement value and you mark it on the cam profile. From here, from 6 dash to H, take it as 40. Okay, so similarly the length keeps reducing till here, till the final point, that is 0 dash. So draw a smooth curve through A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Okay, so blue color line, so this line indicates the cam profile for the knife edge follower. Okay, so knife edge follower, it follows this cam profile. So this is the cam profile we obtain for the first part of the question. So next, in the next video we will see how to write the cam profile for the offset follower. So here we have to calculate what is the maximum velocity during ascent and descent. How to calculate that? So they have given the speed in the problem. So angular velocity of the cam is given by omega is equal to 2 pi n by 60. You substitute the value 2 pi into speed 240 rpm divided by 60, you will get 25.14 radian per second. Similarly, in order to calculate what is maximum velocity, you should know what is the formula for velocity for a simple harmonic motion. So for simple harmonic motion, the velocity during ascent is given by pi omega s divided by 2 theta naught. Okay, so pi into omega you will substitute here, into s is the lift, so that is 0.04 meter divided by 2 into theta naught. Theta naught is the angle of ascent, so that value you should have converted to radians. Okay, so here in the problem, so we will convert it into radians. So this value you have to substitute in the formula. So you will get the answer as 1 meter per second. And similarly, the maximum velocity of the follower during the descent is given by Vr is equal to pi into omega s divided by 2 theta r, pi into angular velocity into lift divided by 2 into angle of descent in radians. So 1.047. So this value you get in meter per second, 1.51 meter per second. So this is the velocity during ascent and descent. Similarly, you calculate what is maximum acceleration during ascent and descent. Maximum acceleration during ascent is given by pi square into omega square s divided by 2 theta naught square. You substitute the values and you will get the answer as 50.6 meter per second square. And similarly, maximum acceleration during descent, you substitute the angle of descent in radians, so you get this value as 113.8 meter per second square. So this formulae you have to remember. Okay, so for different motions there will be different formulae that you have to remember. This is for simple harmonic motion. Okay.